Hello friends, welcome to Chemistry Simplified. In this video we are going to solve solid state questions from the previous CSIR NET examination. Here they have given us the X-ray parameter values. They have asked us to calculate the unit cell length in picometers. So I hope you are familiar with the Bragg's equation. So that is n lambda is equal to 2d sine theta. So here they have given us lambda from the question. D is what we are going to find out, that is the interplanar distance, and theta they have given us. So I'm just rearranging this equation for D. So D is given by n lambda by 2 times of sine theta. So they have not mentioned any order of the diffraction, so we assume to be 1. So 1 into 173 divided by 2 times of, and sine 30, the value of sine 30 degree is 1 by 2. This value is 1 by 2, so this will become 1 into 173 divided by 2 into 1 by 2. So finally it is 173 picometers. So we have calculated the interplanar distance. D equals 173 picometers. So we know the relationship between D and the unit cell length, that is DHKL is equal to A divided by square root of H square K square L square. So I'm just rearranging it and substituting the values of HKL. HKL, like they have given here, actually the plane they have mentioned it. From here you can calculate the HKL value. So we'll just here H, K and L. So I'm just rearranging and substituting the values. So it's going to be 173 into square root of 1 square plus 1 square plus 1 square. So this is going to be A is equal to 173 into square root of 3. The value of square root of 3 is close to 1.7. So that is A is equal to 173 into approximately 1.7. So if you multiply 173 into 1.7, the value is close to 294. So 294 picometers. So as per the approximation, the value is kind of close to option. So I repeat once again, we started from the Bragg's equation, and we have just continued calculating the interplanar distance, and we know the interplanar distance, we know the relationship between the interplanar distance and the unit cell, and finally we calculated the unit cell length. So we'll see one more question. So here is the second question from solid states. The question asks for the Miller indices for the plane shown in the figure, and the plane is parallel to C-axis. So let's get started. So they have given us the axis. Assume this to be the origin. It's going to be the origin 0, 0 and 0. So this line should be your origin line, and this is your along here. They have mentioned it as A axis, and this should be your B axis. They have mentioned it. So we are going to find out the value for ABC, that is the base indices. So once you calculate it, from there we can calculate the Miller indices by finding their reciprocal. Then we multiply by a common factor and convert them into H, K, L, that is your Miller indices. So here are you going to do the same thing. So you could see that along the A it is 1, 2, 3 and 4. The intercept is at actually 4, so A becomes 4. Likewise for B is 1 and 2. So B becomes 2, and they have mentioned that it is parallel to C axis, so hence it should be not making any kind of intercept, so it should be infinite. So we have now got the values of ABC. We are going to convert that into the Miller indices. So we have to find out the reciprocal first. So we have to do it like we are taking the reciprocal. So 1 by 4, comma 1 by 2, comma 1 by infinite. So we are just trying to multiply with a common factor to remove all the fractions. So we are just multiplying this by 4. So what we will get? We get 4 by 4, comma 4 by 2, comma 4 by infinite. So what should be the final answer? So 4 by 4 is 1, 4 by 2 is 0, and anything by infinity is 0. So the Miller indices are 1, 2, 0. We got the right answer. Thank you for